if you look at history, most video game movies suck.
They're cursed.
Nintendo has acquired a content studio in order to speed up its focus on development of visual content utilizing Nintendo IP. Nintendo on Thursday acquired Tokyo-based Dynamo Pictures, a CG and animation company, and will rename the studio Nintendo Pictures Company Ltd. This comes to us from The Wrap. Look out, Sonic! Here comes a Mario! Who said that? That was weird. Did you like that? I made that Metroid music last night. That was fun. So Nintendo it basically bought a animation studio, which is cool, man. Like, they've got a ton of properties. They now are going to be able to compete with the likes of like Sony PlayStation Studios or even Riot Games in-house entertainment that did Arcane, who totally nailed it. Arcane's probably my favorite animated thing in the last 5 years. I love that show. If you haven't seen Arcane on Netflix, check it out. But yeah, and I started thinking, I was like, man, it'd be fun to talk about. You know, everybody, we all grew up on Nintendo. And I looked up Nintendo properties, and there's a long list of games. But some of them are Animal Crossing, Fire Emblem, Kirby, Mario. There's so many Mario. There's Super Mario, Mario Kart, Mario Party, Mario Tennis, Mario Strike. I don't imagine they're going to make a cartoon for every one of these shows, but there are some interesting things. There's Yoshi, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Wario, Metroid, which is my favorite, Splatoon, Star Fox, Super Smash Brothers, Legend of Zelda. I think it'd be fun. What do you guys think? Like, what do you think about some possible Nintendo cartoons? And are you surprised with like the success of Sonic that they would want to be doing something like this? Anybody? Derek? I mean, Cameron? What do you think?
I'll go. I like, first thing that came to my mind was Star Fox. It'd be cool to see like a nice space-themed Star Fox show maybe, or I think Mario Kart could be a cool Fast and Furious style show. Who knows? But both those properties in my mind would be really fun. I think it'll be cool to see what they do, but I'm not a big gamer, so I'm not, too much of a nerd boner on it or anything, but hey, I think there's a lot of nerds that are getting boners about it, so hell yeah.
I'm not a big gamer either, but I mean I do have, never mind. Curtis, what do you think, man?
Oh, I was just saying my nerd boner is in full effect. And yeah, this is like I said a while back.
Wait, did you say full effect or full erect?
Yes.
Yes. That's just because it's Friday. It has nothing to do with the subject matter. Yeah, go ahead. Every Friday is a fun day for Curtis.
That's right. I have been waiting for this for a while, and I like that they're not necessarily focusing on live action. It'd be cool if they could pull some live action off, but I'm not as worried about that as just getting some good, Pixar type films out of Nintendo. I said a while back that video game movies, in my opinion, are going to be the next wave. Once people get tired of comic book movies will come back and forth and stuff like that. But once people really get tired of them, video game movies, those IPs are going to be the next big thing. And Nintendo's been primed for something like this for a long time. We've had the Super Mario Brothers movie in all its glory, but it didn't really hold up. And with these IPs and the amount that Nintendo has, I mean, think about it. The Mario movie in general is going to do well, whether, I don't like some of the choices they made, but it's going to do well. And like you were saying, having a Metroid movie, or if they get it right and pull off a Legend of Zelda movie, it's going to be insane. They can have a Punch-Out movie. They can have like a Pikmin movie. They said there's a limited series or some little shorts on Pikmin. That would be amazing if you played Pikmin. Like, the stories that they can pull off with this are going to be awesome. It's going to be successful. Then Disney's going to buy it and own literally everything that I love. So,
Yeah. Were you talking about the new Mario Brothers that's got Chris Pratt doing the voice? Yeah. I'm curious to hear if what his Mario voice is, and I'm wondering if I'm going to get a phone call after doing this stream, if they're going to hear me and be like, why didn't we cast Clint Baker in this?
They should.
I'm surprised you weren't in House of Gucci. I mean, whoa.
It's Mario. Yeah, look out.
Was that Gandolfini? Did we play a clip of Gandolfini?
Derek, what do you think, man? Are you excited? Are you a gamer? Are you stoked?
Duck Hunt movie.
Yeah.
Boom.
Directed by Mike Judge.
But no, I want a Legend of Zelda like anime series. That's what I want.
That'd be awesome.
That would be sweet. Or, and if they did do something with Super Mario, not this one, I don't know, we'll see. But it'd be cool if they did a big, I don't know, if they did like a Mario series, they could incorporate Mario Kart and tennis and do, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they could just be playing it. But no, I want Legend of Zelda is all I want. It's all I want. But Star Fox would be sweet if they did because I love sci-fi too. So yeah, bring it, give it. Then they can start doing an Avengers thing, and then they can do Super Smash. I don't know, that's probably too much.
No, I was thinking the same thing. A full-on crossover would be amazing, but sorry.
If you look at history, most video game movies suck.
They're cursed. I agree with that.
Fungus. Trust the
Well, let's go back to Uncharted just real quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
Uncharted. Let's talk about that.
That's a video game here that has a great storyline. Everybody loves that game, but I watched the movie and it was a movie. You know, nothing too special about it, and I'm not sure how fans of the game would feel, but even as a non-fan, I wasn't too excited about it. You know, so
what? Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, Derek.
No.
What about Max Payne in Prince of Persia, though? I'm
Max
kidding.
Payne was pretty good.
I'm kidding.
What is it though? Like Hitman, one of my favorite video.
I forgot it existed until Derek said something, but it's all right.
Hitman is one of my favorite video games ever, and every attempt at that has been terrible. It is true. It's kind of like talking about talking about a Netflix movie. It's gonna suck because it's a Netflix movie. Their shows are good. What if you have a video game movie on Netflix? It's gonna double suck. Like it's like, oh my god. But I wonder if a lot of these things, it's just like, hey, we're just going to crank this out. They don't have 50 years of canon on these characters, and it's open to interpretation. And also, they don't do not every game goes out of their way to paint every detail of their story. So you have a lot of filmmakers that are just kind of connecting the dots and usually doing a crappy job of it. But I don't know. Like, what do you think? I mean, do you think they're going to get better? Do you think? I know there's a new Resident Evil series on Netflix right now that I didn't watch, but I read an article that said it's kind of weird because they're doing flashbacks and present time, so it goes back and forth, kind of the way Arrow does. It's not grabbing people, but I don't know if that's just one writer's skewed perspective. Like the trailer that they show, the little preview when you're skimming through Netflix, looked actually pretty good. I go, wow, they might have nailed it on the Resident Evil thing. What were you gonna say, Curtis?
This is the same thing they were saying about comic book movies, and until somebody hits it right, and one of them's going to hit right. You know, people are hot and cold about the Resident Evil movies, but even that didn't follow the gameplay. Once somebody hits it right, and plenty of like Batman and Superman did before, but the thing is, whenever Marvel Studios existed, Marvel made its own studio and made their movies in-house with known Marvel people. That's when it started to hit. Nintendo's buying this company and going to make their stuff in-house, hopefully, and keep it true to character, and I think that's when it's going to hit. So I don't know, but sooner or later, some of them are going to hit, just like the comics did. It was a long time before people who knew the IP, got involved, and that's like one of them's going to hit, and it's going to be the next, cookie to crumble. They're going to be the next big thing.
It's interesting. It's like, okay, do you just have an executive who just gets their hands on an IP and is like, oh, cool, this was a hit. This sold a lot of games, or like, with the kids. We're going to make a movie out of this. It's going to be great. Or do you get people involved that actually care about the story of the game? And like, I think if you get people that actually care, well, it's like anything else. You get people to care about what they're doing. They're going to, when you're just trying to crank out a profit, you end up hurting the storytelling, and we're going to be talking about that later today. It's like, so let's hope that some of these, because there are some really cool stories in a lot of video games, and it's just like untapped diamonds in the rough that could be turned into some really cool stories. And then if you own that, like, it's like double money. You get to re-release your game, and you're making money on the movie, and it's like there's tons of money and profit. And holy crap, man! As we get into the future with VR and things like that, it's really interesting too, because all this virtual reality stuff, like I wonder how long it's going to be where movies are like choose your own adventure books and stuff where you're living in the movie in the VR, and it's going to be weird to where I've wondered. I wonder once VR does take over, are people even going to want to watch regular movies, or are they going to want to run around and see different angles of the gunfights and stuff? It's the future's going to be crazy. Like when you really dive into it, it's nuts. But anyway, that's.
And I'll say real quick, I would rather have them never make a Zelda movie than to make a bad one. So,
well, The Last Airbender turned out great. So I mean,
shut up, shut your mouth,
dude. How about this? Isn't Nintendo, but what about Golden Axe? I would love to see a kick-ass Golden Axe movie. That would be super.
Yeah,
cool.
Why not? That would be good.
That would be
that'd be badass.
Oh no, I just thought of the Far Cry movie. Did you guys ever watch the Far Cry movie?
No.
You should totally watch it.
I don't
it's
know.
So good.
Dude, we got to start doing some bad video game movies on Versus. That's a good genre.
We could do it for weeks.
People always crap on the Resident Evil movies. I love those. The Mila
Jovovich or whatever.
Yeah,
I can't say it either. But
I've
I
seen
love
every
her.
one.
I love.
I'm fine with them, but they're just not the game. The game is so much better, Like, I've come to terms with it, but like the game, all they have to do is just follow that storyline. I don't get it. It's right there.
I enjoyed Welcome to Raccoon City. I know not everybody did. I really liked it though.
Is that the most recent one?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one yet.
it's like a combination of like the first two or the first three games. My friend is more into them than I am, but he was telling me, he's like, yeah, this is like a combo of all of them. It was great.
I haven't seen that.
It's I talked to another person that didn't like it at all, but it kind of like fit the story. It was low budget. It kind of made it, to me, it kind of felt like a 90s horror movie, which I actually kind of liked. But I don't know. I thought it was a fun movie. I enjoyed it.
It's got that 90s Munsters feel.
Better. Just kidding. I assume.
Oh boy. Well, guys, what do you think? Are you excited about Nintendo acquiring an animation studio to do all their fantastic things? Let us know in the comments, and we're going to keep our eyes open for any up and coming properties that hit the big screen, and I'm excited to see all of that. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, tune in every Friday. We do everything entertainment news and Versus, a movie battle show every week. So just hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you soon.